Alrighty guys, so Diablo has suspended trading. You can no longer trade in Diablo 4 right now. So let's go ahead and check out the post and we'll go over the details. So starting right off, this is by Filthy Rich, the community manager. He mentions that they have suspended player trading in Diablo 4 until further notice due to a gold and item duplication exploit. Working on a fix to amend this issue, and we'll update you once we've reinstated the ability to trade. Once that is done, we will continue to monitor this activity to ensure a healthy playing experience for all. As always, any account that engages in gold and item duplication exploits will be actioned in accordance with our end user agreement. We thank you for reporting this exploit to us and your patience. So what this means is we cannot trade. All the trade websites, unfortunately, they're going to have to take a hit for a while. You're not going to be able to engage with it. I'm not sure if this means you can still like drop your items on the ground and like trade, because you know there are certain items that you couldn't just put in the trade window in D2. So maybe some people will still trade with that sort of method where you just drop items on the ground, which is kind of a dangerous way to trade, but that's just the reality of games when people still want to trade. Now, we had talked about this before. People were showing off videos how to do this like unlimited gold glitch and more game-breaking exploits. And even crazier, there was people that were equipping like 12 of the seasonal Malignant hearts to their characters. This is a bigger exploit. My guess is that has been addressed more than likely, because I haven't seen anyone run around. I was trying to do PvP in season like 0 or the Eternal Realm, but there were apparently people running around with 12 hearts. We'll have to wait and see. Does this mean that their account gets banned? Because they are saying that some sort of action will be taken over here. Does this mean that they have a temporary ban? Is it a permanent ban? I actually have no idea, but I would love to know if anyone had maybe a friend that had this happen to them. What was their punishment? Definitely let me know in the comments. Again, I'm curious to know if they are doing a small ban, or if it's just going to be like a permanent ban where like the account cannot be used, or if it's just like a, you know, you can't play for a week or whatever the case may be, or maybe you just lost your items. So my question was, because when I was talking about this in my video over here, talking about the exploits when people are just transferring items from seasonal to non-seasonal, hardcore to softcore, I was like, well, what's the punishment going to be for these players? And what if you didn't know? Like, because I've traded items on different websites, and you basically go into Discord groups, and I was wondering, you know, if this happens, if you bought an item that was, let's say, duped, or if you know, got gold from someone that was duping, are you going to get screwed over, right? Because I was kind of worried about that, because I have no idea if the gold that I got was, you know, duped gold. Because on different trade websites, basically all the prices of things have definitely skyrocketed, and that may not change, because I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. So this is by Sinful Scribe over here. This was a important little post. So this one is stating basically the same thing, that like trading is going to be down, but then there's also a notice over here that says a point of clarification. Players who accidentally traded with a player found using the exploits won't be actioned against. But does that mean the gold still exists? Like if I got, let's say, millions and millions of gold from a player that was doing exploits, and, you know, I bought and sold items, and the gold that I got was duped, does that mean my gold is going to disappear? Or does that mean that I just get to keep the gold? Because then we're still running into another problem where people are like, well, he got a bunch of duped gold, and like, how was I supposed to know if the gold was duped? Everything just shot up in price for the items, so you could like, basically a lot of the items were going up in like 10 times the price, especially on the Eternal Realm, where more of the duping and shenanigans was going on. So I'm curious to see how this actually, you know, plays out, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. As here's my thoughts on this. At the end of the day, with the situation where duping just becomes available, you're not going to be able to satisfy every single Diablo player by just, you know, allowing either the dupes to go through, and then in the future you ban everyone. And this exploit, though, was definitely something that you couldn't accidentally do. Like, there are things where there's a bone wall thing. This is way back in the Diablo 2 days, where like you basically would just lag the servers, and you would have your items drop, and then you'd still have them on your other character. So with this, like that one, it's a very rare thing, but maybe accidentally, you know, you summon too many bone walls and do some poison javelin. It's always like a complex thing, but it's like possible, right? Whereas this, you're literally unplugging your Ethernet cable. I feel like that is very malicious, and more than likely, maybe it was discovered as an accident, but if you're consistently doing it, I think you would probably know what you're doing. It's not, again, an accidental thing. And this is the way I see it, because some people are like, well, Blizzard should have been able to, you know, combat this, and, you know, they should just let the players do it throughout the season. I've seen that argument. That's a terrible idea, because that screws over all the innocent people, because that makes the inflation of the gold. You're just never going to realistically be able to buy stuff, because the price of gold is actually devalued. That's why people complain about bots all the time, because I used to play a lot of Diablo 2, and some people had the argument, well, if they're just buying to get the items themselves and they never trade it, you know, does that still hurt the the economy. And realistically, unless they're engaging in trading and there's different, like, forums, JSP, there's a lot of different things in Diablo 2 where, like, I've been an OG, so I understand some of these complaints. And there's no real way to really solve this to make everyone happy unless they're just like, hey guys, season 2 starts tomorrow. That's like the only realistic way, and all of these, bugs and, things go away. And that's not realistic. We just basically got season 1. So unfortunately, that's just the nature of it. And I'm curious to see, how this plays out. But at the end of the day, this is a relatively okay outcome because there's no perfect solution to this one. Again, I'm curious to know, and I'll let you guys know because I have like over 100 million, and I have traded and bought items on different websites. There's like Diablo.trade. There's a couple different ones. There's Discord groups. There's even in the official Diablo Sanctuary Discord, people buy and sell items, and there could have been duped gold. And if I happen to lose some gold, I'll let you guys know. And if I lose any items, because I've gotten items and I've traded, so I'll let you guys know what happens with that. But if anyone has any stories revolving this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, because I'm kind of curious. If you had duped items, are they going to poof? That was something that did actually exist in Diablo 2. Heck, even in Diablo 1, if you're OG enough with the little exploit where you would walk away, you'd pick up a potion, you drop it, and if you would have 2 of the same items, it would poof the item. So I'm really curious to see how this plays out. This is just a wild thing that we're getting it, but I'd love to know, how would you guys solve this problem? Do you guys think Blizzard did a good job with, basically saying they're going to take action against those players who have engaged with it? And the innocent players are, I guess, totally okay because they won't be affected by this. So it says a player found using the exploit won't be action against when they accidentally traded, because how are you supposed to know, right? Anyways, that's going to wrap up the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe if you're new. And I'll update you guys when the trade comes back, because I was actually legitimately working on a video of where to go to trade. I was going to list up a bunch of websites, but I'm going to put that video on hold because, well, you simply can't trade anymore. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.